ha segnato il numero 9, Alvaro! Alvaro! Alvaro!
La Juventus è in vantaggio! Gol! Sciacquatevi la bocca! Leonardo Bonucci, la Juve in gol!
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, late night Juve live together with you. I'm super happy because we are already a lot of people. We have to speak about what happened in match day 26 because a lot happened. Of course, we'll speak about match day 26 in general, what happens. Is Juventus regretting the draw versus Torino, or all things considered, is it actually a good point? Because we won a point on Atalanta, we won a point on Inter, we are still equal with Milan, we are still equal with Napoli that has to play tomorrow. Of course, we have to speak about all these kind of things. We'll speak about Dybala injured again and will miss again a big game in Champions League. Not only him, because the list of injuries are long, we know it. Rugani will also be out, but the impact of Rugani and Dybala, who will actually be the most important loss? Will it be Rugani because there is nobody in defense? Will it be Dybala? We'll speak about that. You know that you have a poll live in the chat. I don't know where you are looking, down, you are looking on the left, I don't know. Let me know where you are looking for the poll and vote what you think. And then we'll have to speak about Villarreal. Villarreal that is doing really well in La Liga. Will they continue to surprise a lot of people in Champions League, yes or no? But most important, we'll have to speak together with you guys. And first of all, I have to say thank you. Thank you to Matt, who is saying l'Inter è grande. Inter is big. That's the first donation of the evening. Grande. And thank you, Matt, or Matti, let's call him Matti with his real name. Thank you for the donation, buddy. You know that all the fans of all the clubs are welcome here on the channel as long as you remain respectful. Like when I go to the other channels of Tottenham or Inter or Milan, whatever, still being respectful, then everyone is welcome, guys. Thank you for the donation again. Is Inter big? But they are bigger than the 2011-2020. Of course, they are bigger. They build without pressure because they were in that banter era, not being able to win any cup, and they build really well. Today they lost. I don't know if it's the moment to come on a Juve channel after the loss 2-0 versus Sassuolo at home, after the loss versus Liverpool. If I'm not wrong, Inter at the moment, they didn't win in February. Guys, I told you that the prediction of my father is still that Milan will win the Scudetto and not Inter. Let's see what will happen, guys. Let's see, because Napoli tomorrow, they can have a really great favor for themselves, because if they win tomorrow, that will be the only top team that actually have won something. Let's see also what Lazio did, because the last time I checked it was 1-1. It's over, it's over, 1-1 for Lazio. Also, Lazio is not going up. So, grande Matti, thank you for the donation. Let's see also, and let's say hello to all the people that are waiting in the chat. Thank you, guys. We have Sader who's saying, how are you doing? Right, I still say you that I'm still sick, but I have some coffee. I have coffee here, black coffee. I took the coffee India from Nespresso, so let's try what India is saying in terms of flavor. It's a green capsule. It's good. It's good. It's good. India, they know how to make coffee. I like. So, let's continue to say hello to the people, and then we will go, of course, entering the match day 26 with the results first, and then we will go game by game, and we will try to understand if it was, yes, a regret for Juve or not. And I really want to explain what my vision is about it, because, guys, I will tell you the truth. And I will already spoil you a bit. For me, Juventus, I told you so many times, roller coaster of emotion. You will see a lot of wins when you are not expecting it, and then you will have a loss or a draw, missing opportunities when you are not expecting, when maybe you are even thinking about Scudetto. So these are the things, guys. These are the things. I don't think that Juventus will go into the fight for the Scudetto. A few days ago, we were complaining, or we were hoping for Scudetto. I said to you, wait, focus on top 4. Yesterday we were out of the top 4 virtually, and then we are back. So let's see. Our team, Ciao Softic, grande. How is the kid? How is the kid doing? I'm curious about your daughter. If I'm not wrong, your daughter. I'm really curious about how she's doing. Is she leaving you a bit of space to support Juventus? Yes or no? Our team needs to start winning. We have to continue winning again, because after Atalanta and after Torino, we have to go back to win, of course. We can't depending on other teams. We have dropped so many points. Allegri needs to start figure out something, because this far things are not looking better. Well, we can start speaking about that. Of course we can, and then don't forget that I have to say thank you to Ab, and we'll go with his message in a few seconds. So of course, Juventus has to win and go back to win. I was not happy. After Torino, I was not happy. For me, the worst performance of Juventus. Is it a big surprise for me? Yes, because I was expecting Juventus to go for the win. I was expecting to go in that enthusiasm vibe, and in a derby, giving more than what we saw. I was not surprised about the result, because yes, of course we knew, and I told you that it was a roller coaster season. Guys, we started really bad. We started really bad without identity. We started without being Juventus, with disaster results. Udinese, Empoli, Napoli, Milan. A disaster 4 games where we had, I believe, 2 points on 12. And then everything started to be really difficult, with some players that were absolutely not in the game of Allegri. Allegri was not believing in them. We are speaking, for example, about Ramsey, about Bentancur, about Kulusevski. Ramsey that went to Glasgow Rangers, and actually they won 4-2 versus Dortmund in Europa League or Conference League, I don't know. And then you see Kulusevski and Bentancur doing quite well at Tottenham. I always defended the two players, Bentancur and Kulusevski. They were not happy, or at least Kulusevski was super sad and not finding his place. And like Ronaldo, I always told I prefer to have happy players somewhere else than sad players at Juventus. I'm not regretting the fact that we sold him. He still can go back, so pay attention, but normally he will stay at Tottenham. I'm not regretting the fact that we sold him because he was not performing at Juventus. It is what it is. Sometimes it's really difficult, but I was not expecting after Vlahovic and after Zakaria that suddenly we would have been a magical team going and fighting for the Scudetto. There is one big difference for me that happened with the Mercato of the winter. Before that, I wanted to fight for the top 4, and if we would not have made it, I would have accepted with really a broken heart and really being sad, and it will be a disaster and so on and so on. But in a way, I would have accepted it. Now with the winter mercato, if we are not doing top 4, I would be really pissed off, not happy at all. And I think then some people would have to take responsibility about it. That's what I think. That's the difference. But Scudetto, absolutely not. Beppe, long time no see. We will kill Villarreal. Pay attention, because Villarreal, they are maybe underdogs on papers, but they're still a good team. Now, we have to speak honestly between us. If Juventus, again, after Ajax, after Lyon, after Porto, is eliminated by Villarreal, with the team that we have, injuries are not, guys, because we have a lot of injuries, then, guys, there is a problem. We know that there are a lot of problems, but then there is a really big problem there. So hopefully not. And thank you for the donation, Ab. Thank you. Ciao Gianni, ciao Francesco, ciao Yuval, ciao Monster, ciao Sandro. We missed a big chance to catch up front, so let's go immediately to see what the other ones did and why Sandro is speaking about that. This is the Telegram group, of course, so let me hide the Telegram group and let's go to the result that I'm showing you here. So what did the other teams do? And we will focus on the competitors of Juve. The biggest one is Atalanta, that lost versus Fiorentina. I saw the game. That's, for example, a game I saw today, and I watched. Atalanta lost. Of course, they lost because they didn't really play well. I made a video about it after the game. I don't know if you had the possibility to see it. Atalanta played bad, and it's also starting to be a really boring, no, not boring, annoying team. Really annoying team. Annoying team. Ciao, Stefania Melis. Thank you for the sticker, the super stickers. I will be back, she's saying. Thank you for the sticker, Stefania. Thank you. Grazie. I will pin it out in a few seconds when I see it popping in, if I see it popping up. So Atalanta here losing with a goal of Piontek, of course, that brought a lot of criticism to Juventus, to Allegri, because a lot of people, now it's the trend to criticize Allegri out. 2 weeks ago, Allegri was the best. Now it's again the worst. Allegri out. He is actually transforming Vlahovic in a defender, and look at what Piontek is doing, and so on and so on. Piontek scored 4 goals in 3 games. He scored 2 penalties. He's doing well at Fiorentina. Italiano is a really great coach that comes from a season at Spezia, first time in Serie A. He's doing his first team in a middle table team. He's a really beautiful coach. Really beautiful, really great coach that is actually making Fiorentina playing really well. Of course, he doesn't have the experience, and he's also able to lose 4-0 versus Torino, for example. But he did really well today. The team was playing well. Are they stronger than Juve? No, but it's true that Italiano is giving a team and an identity to Fiorentina, what probably Allegri at the moment is not giving to Juventus. And this is one of the problems that we have. We also have to pay attention to Fiorentina, to the ranking in a few seconds. Then we had other games that were played today, and again, thank you, Stefania. The other games that were played today that we have to pay attention to is Inter losing to Sassuolo, Lazio 1-1, Milan yesterday 2-2 versus Salernitana. Napoli will play tomorrow. What does that give in terms of table? The table is saying that at the moment Milan is first with 56 points, Inter with 1 game in hand is with 54 points, followed by Napoli, that tomorrow I told you can do the best actually thing of match day 26, is going up at 56, but again they have to play there. And then you have Juventus at 47, followed by Atalanta at 44, Lazio 43, Fiorentina 42, Roma, disaster, 41. A lot of people were telling me also, look at Roma, they believe in the youngsters, they are playing them. It's not that they believe in the youngster, it's that Mourinho is not believing in the team that he has. He's playing youngsters. They are 8 with 41 points. They have 6 points less than Juve. Guys, this is also something to take into consideration. Yesterday, a disaster. Roma, again, really bad. Really bad. So, Juventus 47. Let's say that we won versus Torino. We would probably have 49. Let's say that we won versus Atalanta. We would have had 52. You can start believing in the Scudetto. Yes, you can start believing in the Scudetto. But let's be honest, guys. Winning with the Scudetto, I don't believe that we had the team to do it. That's really my firm belief. I don't believe that even if winning versus Atalanta and Torino would have given us the real possibility to win the Scudetto. Then, of course, everything can happen, but we don't have the team yet. Vlahovic just entered Juventus. Zakaria just entered Juventus. Look at Dybala now injured. Look at Chiesa injured. We have no defense. And I'm not defending Allegri at all, because I think that, like I said yesterday, no, after the game versus Torino, everyone has his part as responsibility. After 7 months, I was expecting not to play versus Torino, adapting to them, but I was expecting at least that Juventus would go like they wanted to go, with their own football. And I'm not speaking about offensive calcio champagne and this kind of thing, because I don't care about that. It's a bonus, of course, but I wanted Juventus to say we are in our home and at least we have the possession of the ball. And having the possession of the ball will be the first step, because we are not having the possession. And if we are playing versus Villarreal, that will be the first step. I believe that we have to fix really soon. We are the underdogs against Villarreal, considering our record and injuries. I don't know if we are, yes or no, the underdogs. In terms of name, no, because Juventus is still Juventus. In terms of the form of Villarreal and the form of Juve, probably yes. Don't forget, Vlahovic, first game in Champions League for him. Also he will have a lot of stress tomorrow. He knows that he comes from a really bad performance versus Bremer, versus Demiral. He didn't play that well the last 2 games with Juventus, even if versus Atalanta, Sportiello said no to him to score because he went on target. A bit less versus Torino. So, are we the underdogs? I don't know. I don't know, because I made a formation, a lineup. We still have some men to play versus them. In defense, it can be a problem, but otherwise, Danilo will be great to have him back. Villarreal is no pushover. You're all speaking about Champions League, yes. Yeah. Ciao, Tariq. Great to join the live and best wishes to your dad. Yeah, if you want to know, first of all, I have to say thank you now, for sure, being live, to all of you, because, the story of my father that fell from the roof. He broke his 2 wrists, so he was like that. He was a zombie, he fell from the roof. He was with blood, with mud, and we were really scared. Also, the ambulance was scared for him, breaking his neck or his back. Luckily, more scared than everything. He's at home, he's hurting everywhere, but he's okay. Thank you, and thank you for all your messages of support, of love, being worried. You reached out to me, so thank you, really, that was really appreciated. I couldn't answer to everyone, but I read all the messages, so thank you. So many missed chances. The draw versus Atalanta and Torino, it feels even worse after they drop points. But we spoke about it. Andrew, it's correct. If you see them, it's correct that these were missed opportunities and that we had to win and we didn't. It's correct. On the other hand, I still believe that Juventus is in a building phase, that Juventus is not ready to battle for the top, for the Scudetto. I really don't believe we started really too bad. Even if we won, I don't believe that we could have kept the pace. The team is not there yet. You said it yourself, guys. We still have an Alexandro. We still have a Rabiot. Even if, guys, I see a lot of people complaining about Rabiot, but Rabiot did 2-3 games in a row where he was having a beautiful 6, not 7, not 8, but a 6. No drama from the left side of Rabiot. But anyway, we still have not a complete team. Zakaria, we didn't integrate him in the team as we wanted. Arthur is coming, but it's still not there. We have a Locatelli, guys. A Locatelli that is totally out of energy. He is destroyed. Locatelli is destroyed. I tell you why. It's quite easy to explain you why Locatelli is destroyed. Because Locatelli has never played 2 games in a week consistently. So Locatelli is not used to that, and before the last game he was the player that played the most minutes at Juventus, carrying all the midfield, carrying Juventus. That enthusiasm and that, going over the top and over your possibilities has gone with the winter market. Also because he gave so much in the beginning of the season, now he starts to be a bit tired, so it's also normal for him to rest a bit. It's like the double of the other face of the medal. And that's why I'm absolutely not angry about Locatelli. But so now we will have to find new solutions, guys. What will they be? I don't know. Loftus-Cheek, I heard his name in the summer, a bit in the winter, but no, I don't believe that we are still interested in him. Beppe, individually our players are better than every team in Serie A, but not as a team. But that's what I said before the winter market. I told you that we have great players, but again, they are not good as a team, because it's like you have a big puzzle, but you have like a part of your puzzle, let's say 15-20% of your puzzle, that is not matching because there are pieces from another puzzle. And Kulusevski was a piece, a beautiful piece, but from another puzzle, not from the puzzle we had at the moment. And now we are starting to solve these kind of problems, but we are not there yet. And it will take time, guys. I don't understand the being angry at Juventus so hard to start criticizing again everything we are building. It was clear for everyone that we are not the top one team in Italy. We will not win the Champions League, guys. Maybe there is a miracle, because miracles, they can always happen. But normally on paper, we are not there to win the Champions League. So don't be pissed off if after Villarreal we are eliminated. We are not ready. It's hard to tell you, but it's true. It's true. It's true. What a beautiful shirt. What a beautiful shirt. Who can tell me which season shirt that is? What is the season of that shirt, guys? Wait. Let me know the season. It's 2 years. It's like 2021 or 21-22. So let me know this the season of that shirt. Scudetto, no way. And Champions League Villarreal is no easy game. I think Sporting would have been better. Now we regret. But the draw was bad. You are good, guys. 14-15. I think it's 13-14. Am I wrong? A lot of people are saying 14-15. I think really it's 13-14, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know better than me. So let's check online. I will check with my Juventus 13-14 kit images. No, you're right, guys. It's 14-15. 14-15. You are correct. 14-15. It's correct. You are correct, guys. 14-15. For all the people in the chat who said 14-15, you are correct. Beppe, I just joined. How is your father? I just said it. Feels better. Feels better. Luckily. But I just explained, so I will not repeat everything. But we avoided the worst, really, seriously, because it was really a danger. No, 21-22. No, Zenit. It's 14-15, as the people said, like Shitya and Carlo. So Marco, a lot of people. Ryan. Ciao Victor, grazie Victor. Grazie Victor. Victor is saying the goal by the Ligt was the worst thing. The goal by the Ligt was the worst thing. It allowed Allegri to drop deep and defend the 1-0 against the Super Toro with Messi, Mbappe and Haaland. Thank you for the donation, Victor. Well, I don't agree. I don't agree. Why? Because if you see the game, in the 12th first minute of the game, we were already really bad. I'm not defending Allegri, because for me, this game, Allegri missed it. The biggest share of responsibility this time is on Allegri for me. He missed totally the way that he had to enter in the heads of the players, and probably what he told him. He knew how Torino would have played. He knew that Juric, because he spoke really well about him, that Juric is a team that is playing really aggressively. The stats were not lying. I had the stats. Torino was the team that was pressing the most in Serie A. The best team in terms of pressing. So you knew that. And you made sure that the players entered in a floppy way. We were dominated for the first second until the 12th minute. And then you had a revival of Juve, like, okay guys, we can't accept it. We have to do something. They scored on a center, on a cross from Quadrado, header from De Ligt, beautiful, and then we disappeared again. Why is that? For me, a lot of things. Again, Allegri, that didn't enter the heads of and the hearts of the players. That's one. Even if he said earlier, I see too much enthusiasm. Great, but you can also use that enthusiasm and that positive vibe to transform it into anger, into the team doing better and wanting to believe. Because you never know. Look at today. Today we can have regrets, of course. If you see the other one's result, we played on Friday, so we didn't know. Maybe if we played on Monday, we would have known the result, and maybe we would have seen a different Juve. But it should have explained that to the team, and probably didn't enter their team as he should have done. That's one thing. Then the other thing is that, of course, if you're already missing Bonucci and Chiellini, if on top of that, a few seconds before, your plan is totally messed up because you have to play with Alexandro because Rugani is out, if after that you have Pellegrini that is totally made of glass, if he's out as well, it changed a lot. So the injuries, Dybala, one of the most creative persons in our team, is also injured at the 57th minute, I believe. It's hard, huh? It's really hard. It's really hard. So Allegri, bad luck, and the players, because then you can do whatever you want, but you can blame Allegri how much as you want. But if Allegri is putting the team, bad team, correct team, motivated team, not motivated team, but if the players are not able to do 2 consecutive passes in the feet, then maybe we have also other problems. But then I agree. Now, Torino, it's not about Messi, Mbappe, and Holland. It's not about that. Look at today, we can say Inter lost versus Messi, Mbappe, and Holland. No, Salernitana last in Serie A, 1 point versus Milan. So you see, it's not about that. It's about a Torino that we know they are playing the derby. The derby is more important than fighting for Europe position for Torino, because that's the game of their life. So you know it. And you were surprised. Do you think that we can see Loca and Arthur playing together? Yes, I believe that we can see them, Stefania, but not now. Why? Because, and people, they don't understand what I'm trying to explain, or they don't want to listen to me. But if you want to play them together, I mean that you have Arthur as a number 6, Locatelli on the left, Zakaria or McKennie on the right, okay? So you have even 2 choices there on the right. But what do you need on the left? If you play with Arthur, you need some protection for Arthur on the left and on the right. McKennie coming up and down, Zakaria coming up and down, so one of both. But then you need also Locatelli. Locatelli, as I told you before, is out of energy, so he's not able to do that big work of up and down, playing as a box-to-box. From the moment that Locatelli rested a bit and is back with his energy, I believe that we can see the 3 of them playing. Not at the moment, because he will be really out really soon in terms of energy. He's not lucid in his head at the moment. Sandro is terrible, Beppe. Yeah, I agree, guys. I agree. What can I say? But yeah, I'm not even I'm not saying it's true or not true. I confirm it is totally correct what you're saying. We all see it. I see it. I think also Alexandro knows him himself. He's doing a disaster season. And what about Dybala? Cannot still wait, and people still backing Dybala. We have to speak about Dybala. Let me read a few comments and then we go to Dybala, of course. Ciao Beppe, what's your thought about Dybala missing the big games? Here we are. Raul is asking the same. Does he deserve that money or should we replace him? So I see already 2 questions about Dybala. Kulu yesterday destroyed Manchester City, scored and 2 assists, but 1 was disallowed. Bentancur was not bad. We spoke about them a bit earlier, speaking about that puzzle. Seems like we are lost when we face coaches like Juric or Tudor. Juric, Tudor, even Atalanta, Gasperini, teams that are playing that kind of football. Yes, we know it. We know it. In different positions, we lack chemistry. Only the time and practice will be playing consistent in going better. I believe also that it will go better, and especially next season. But okay, so let's speak about Rise and Cross. Grande Rise. No, let's speak about Dybala. Let's speak about Dybala. Dybala. I need a coffee first. First, I need to drink my coffee. What did you say about regrets after match day 26? You said yes with 75%. I understand. We all want to win. Of course, we all want to win. We all want to win. Guys, for me, the regrets, they are here. I will show you where are the regrets. The real regrets, huh? They are in the Telegram group. If you see the Telegram group, the news that Mo just wrote, he said the lost points versus clubs in the bottom half of the league. Inter lost 5 points versus Sampdoria and now versus Sassuolo. Napoli 8 points versus Spezia, Sassuolo, Empoli. Milan 10 points versus Salernitana, Udinese, Spezia and Sassuolo. And Juventus 12 points, Torino, Sassuolo, Empoli, Udinese, Venezia. For me, the Udinese game losing, that was a disaster. Venezia was a big stop. Venezia was a big one. Empoli, I could understand. I never forgive that loss, but I can understand it. But these three, because these three, they give you a lot of points more. That's where I regret. The game of Torino was a disaster. I regret our performance, not the score, because we know that the score, it can happen. Cherubini! So let's speak about Dybala. Hey guys, Dybala. So Dybala is a player that I'm really honest with you. I will always be honest with you on Dybala, on the topic Dybala. Dybala is a player that I like. Dybala is a player that is a person. No, it's a player that I like. Is a person that I like. I have 2 shirts of Dybala. A lot of players, I have only 1 shirt. From the moment that you have 2 shirts, it means that you were still important for me. So it's a player that, you know, a beautiful story. Coming as a really young guy, Upiccirigio from Palermo. He starts his first game, he's scoring, we win that cup versus Lazio, Supercoppa, with Mandzukic and Dybala scoring 2-1 or 2-0, I don't remember. But anyway, we win. You love him, you see him doing really spectacular things, playing with that number 21, then destroying Barcelona nearly alone, that win versus Tottenham, these beautiful plays, the free kicks, that creativity, that idea of football, being free and playing, and be able also to play in a 3-5-2 as a second striker, being able to play in that 4-2-3-1 as a number 10, coming back from a difficult part of the season, finishing really great with Sarri, and finishing MVP of Juventus that season, winning the Scudetto at the end. So a lot of things that makes me to say that I really like the player. Now, I also said the other part of the story, that not always I was happy with Dybala, because of off-the-field topics and also on-the-field performances that were linked about where to play him. Because he's 28, and today if you tell me, Beppe, what is the best position of Dybala, I can't really answer you. I can, but I'm not sure. I'm scared about his injuries. I am scared about him not being that happy. You remember when I told you I prefer a happy player somewhere else than a sad player at Juventus? So for me, the first thing that I want to know is not do you love Juve or not, because he proved it so many times that he loves Juventus. We cannot doubt about the love from Dybala to Juve. 112 goals with Juventus, 49 assists with Juventus. He loves Juve. He showed it so many times. He would love to stay, we all know that, but the second question is, are you happy at Juventus? That's a really important question that we have to ask to Dybala. Are you happy at Juventus? Because if not, you have to speak about it, not in front of the cameras, not on Twitter, not on Instagram, not after scoring versus Udinese. You have to speak about it in a closed room, in an office, with the persons that are in the management. We're speaking about Nedved, Cherubini, Arrivabene, with your agent, and you have to answer. Are you happy? Yes or not? If it's yes, all fine. If it's no, we have to solve it. Why are you not happy? Is it because of the way that you are playing? Is it because the minutes that you are playing not enough, too much? Is it because the salary that we are proposing you for the contract extension? Is it because of something else? Is it because you were not happy when Ronaldo came and you were not the star anymore? You know, trying to understand it. And when you have that answer, you try to solve it. But Dybala is a player today that has really big problems in terms of where to put him on the field, and also respecting some tactical roles that he has to do on the field. Really important for me to understand that. And then we have the other problem is that every single big time on the season we are missing him because he's not there, because of tactical choices, because of suspensions, because of injuries, because of whatever you want, but he's not there. What happened versus Torino was a big problem. Is he injured? Yes or no? Is it precautionary? And that's why not, I can understand, but why? Why leaving the field if you are doing to your friends that you are all okay? I don't understand it. Is it because you are scared? I don't know. I don't know. So I need these kind of answers from Dybala. If we go on transfer market, guys, then we can see all the missed important games of Dybala in Champions League. We can do it. We can do that exercise together, guys. Guys, I know them not all by heart, but he missed a lot. He missed a lot of them, guys. So if we go to Dybala, where is Dybala? ¿Dónde está Dybala? Show me Dybala, guys. Dybala. Here we are with Paolo. So if you go to Dybala, what do we see? Champions League stats. We go to all seasons. We will go with Juventus, of course. So all seasons, Juventus, and we go in competition UEFA Champions League, okay? So that we see them. Can we see all the details? So if you see, okay, last season, if we go to Dybala, Dybala on the bench versus Porto. Here on the bench, because you remember we were not sure about who or what, and then here injured. He didn't play versus Porto. Last season he didn't play versus Porto. On the bench because he came back from injury, and here he didn't play because he was injured. And that was last season. The season before, he played 90 minutes versus Lyon, and then he played 30 minutes versus Lyon before getting injured again. So he was injured. The season before, he played 15 minutes versus Ajax in the first game, and then 45 minutes versus Ajax. If you go back here, I speak about the last games and the important games. Versus Real Madrid, he played 66 minutes, and then he was suspended. Versus Real Madrid, when you remember the 3-1 that we won, and then we were eliminated with that red card to Buffon the season before, and then we go to 17. He played in the final. He played 78 minutes, guys. So you see, we are speaking about Real Madrid, Ajax, Lyon, Porto. It's a lot. I didn't even show you guys. I'm sorry about that. I was showing here. I'm sorry if I didn't show it on screen, guys. But if you go to transfer market, you can find them, of course. It's easy. So let's go to Rick. Grande Rick. Thank you for the donation, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, that I didn't show you, but Mo is there. Mohamed El Shahali. El Tactico. Let us know, Mo. Let us know what you think about the moment of Dybala. Really curious. And thank you to Rick from Australia, our friend, who's saying, Beppe, I'm really angry on Dybala now. He puts the captain armband and he doesn't bleed for the team. Also, his manner isn't Juventino. Time to say goodbye. From Melbourne, Riccardo Santomaggio. Well, that people are angry at Dybala, I can understand. That people are still believing in Dybala, I can understand. So I understand both parts of the story. Again, I will repeat it until the end. For me, Dybala is a player that if he renews, I'm happy, because again, I'm emotionally attached to him and I know that he can do a lot. But I hope that we are not building around him. That's my biggest concern, because if you see the stats, you can't count on him too much. That's the first thing. Then it's a player you can say whatever you want, but he never scored with his header at Juventus. It's not small, eh? It's 177. It's not like 150. It's 177 in centimeters. Never scored with a header, for example. He can't shoot with his right foot. He's always using the left. But he's giving so much things that if he renews, I'm super happy. If he leaves, I'm not happy, because emotionally it's a kid that I like. But if he leaves, I will not cry. I will accept and I will move on. I saw other players leaving Juventus, probably bigger than Dybala. So I will move on and I will understand it. So this is Dybala. But again, we are playing Champions League. And then you tell me, yeah, but Beppe, Chiellini is also missing some important games in Champions League. Yes, Chiellini is born in 84. Dybala is born in 93. They have 9 years of difference. And when Chiellini is playing, whenever Chiellini is playing, he's giving me consistently 7.5 rating performances, what Dybala is not always doing. If you look at the first 57 minutes of Dybala versus Torino, Dybala was absolutely not in the game. He played really well versus Atalanta, versus Sassuolo, versus Verona. He flops versus Torino, and then he goes out. So, guys, what do you want me to say about Dybala? More than that, I can't say. Now, I hope he can go back. I hope he can figure out his problem, but I believe that his problems are more here than here. Here, the legs and the foot, of course. That's what I believe about Paulino Dybala. So I'm waiting for the comment of Mo. He's writing probably a long story explaining what he's thinking about it. Or maybe he left meanwhile. How long, thank you Ricardo, how long until we create a new identity at this rate, or it won't happen with Max? And we just have to get used to it. I still think his first 5 years were just a great momentum from Conte. There is a part of true in what you are saying in terms of taking a team of Conte. We saw it so many times that a lot of trainers, they are benefiting from the work of Conte. Chelsea with Sarri, I don't know if it was immediately Sarri, I don't remember. But anyway, Sarri came after and he benefited it. Inter, you see Simone Inzaghi winning after Conte. Allegri having a really great and easy way to enter Juve after the 3 years of Conte. Yes, but winning 11 trophies in 5 years is not only thanks to Conte. You can speak about that for the first year, but not after 5 years. I think that's a bit exaggerated. Then a lot of things happened in the 5 years. Every season was different, but if you arrive 2 times in Champions League into the final, it's not only thanks to Conte. But it helped, of course, but not for 5 years. That's a bit of a stretch, one thing. Then, of course, having an identity in terms of Allegri, probably not. What is the identity of Allegri? Normally, when things are going well, when Juventus is playing at their full potential, is the ability to change the way you play, even if you are playing with the same formation. I'm not speaking about numbers, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, no. I'm speaking about the way of thinking and reading the game is adapting to the other opponents. You play versus Dortmund, you play one way, more aggressive, more not. You attack the first 15 minutes, you rest from the 15th until the 30th. Then you play versus another team and you go immediately resting, you give them the ball and then you take possession. So the identity of Allegri is adapt to the opponent you have. And probably this is something that we don't want as supporters of Juventus, because we are expecting a Juventus that is going into the field with their identity. It's playing that kind of football. Is it Catenaccio? Then it's Catenaccio. But at least that we have a consistent identity. And this is not something that you will have with Massimiliano Allegri, what I believe. And then we have our friend Paolo, who is saying Vlahovic will save all of us. And the comment is still not in, so I can't pin it, but I've read it. Vlahovic will save all of us. Hey, please stop, guys. I don't know if you are part of it or not, but I saw some comments about Vlahovic. Mamma mia. I see two parts. One is Vlahovic will be the biggest flop. He's really bad. Blah 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 blah. And then I see the comments that Allegri will destroy Vlahovic. But guys, he played 4 games with Juventus. The first one he scored immediately and he played well. The second one he scored a goal, then of course it was deflected, but the goal is his goals. The third game he played versus Atalanta, if it was not for Sportiello Prime Buffon, he would have scored as well. And then you have the fourth that he played as a disaster because Bremer was top quality on him. So guys, guys, wait. Ciao Paolo. Vlahovic, 1 goal in 4 games was terrible in 2. No, guys. Versus Atalanta, he was not terrible. He was not terrible. That's what I believe, guys. Then you can say whatever you want, guys, but I don't believe. Zenit that became a member for the 4th consecutive month. Zenit is telling us, Ciao Beppe, for me it's crazy how Paolo is the center of the project with all his injuries a season. Again, 10 days injured, how will he ever be fit? That's the comment that I cannot pin. I don't know why, there is a problem with the program. When there are new members, I can pin them. When there are members that are extended, I can't. But I read you, I saw it. And that's what I said. For me, it's already bad to build around one player. That's a mistake that I believe the big teams should not do and never do, building around one player. Look at, if you build around Chiesa, okay, fine. And he's injured for the rest of the season. When will he come back? How will he come back? I don't know. Then you build around Dybala and he's injured. You build around De Ligt and then he leaves maybe. So build around one player or whatever. I would not do that. That's one thing. Regardless of the player that you have. Regardless. That's the first thing already. Then, if I have to continue, it's not about the project like you say. I think that Juventus is not building around around Dybala anymore. What I would do is building an idea of football, and with that idea of what you want, you go and you buy the players to the idea, you buy or you sign the trainer, the coach that fits that idea. You want to go with Italiano? Okay, fine. What is the idea of football with Italiano? Who are the players that can do that? And so on. And that's how you build and how you start working with that. Mo is saying I'm here, but working at the same time. I was always worried when Dybala was put into the center of the project because of his inconsistencies and mentality. You cannot deny his love for Juve. He's recapping a bit what I said. Dybala is skilled and perform normally like others. We shouldn't over expect. Even Dybala should not over demand and accept his situation. But I believe, guys, that Dybala scoring these beautiful 2 goals versus Barcelona, speaking about a few seasons ago, remember all the media, he's the new Messi, he's this, he's that, thank you for the donation, Mohammed, he's the best, and he's the new blah blah blah, then he received the number 10, and so on and so on. I think that it was actually not that great for him. It was not that great for Paulo Dybala. Too much pressure for him. You remember he went to Argentina where he always did bad. He's not even playing with Argentina, but then he made that comment about Messi, I cannot play with Messi because of we are playing the same position and so on. I think he went a bit of a flop. And if you are looking off topic, off the field problems, guys, it's his agent is I don't know who from the family, whatever. Now, if you want to have so many million, let you represent by professionals. Otherwise, it will always be a problem. Maxi, we really have to stop with the crystal ball disaster prediction and killing off our own players and coach. Crystal ball disaster prediction and killing off our own. Yeah, but yeah, of course we have to stop criticizing everyone, but criticizing, it has 2 ways. always has to wait. You have the objective criticism, like Alexandro is not doing well this season. You can say whatever you want, he's not doing well. It's a fact. And then you have, this kind of bad criticism. Victor, thank you for your donation. Sorry for the negativity. Just shocked at how bad we were against the middle team. Even Max subs have come bad. I'm worried he will waste Vlahovic. But no, you don't have to be sorry, Victor. It's an opinion. It's a correct opinion, a respectable opinion. Don't have to be sorry because you were respectful at the end, and it's correct. Look at my video after Torino. I was not happy because I wanted to win and we needed to show a performance that was not like we did, because what we offered versus Torino. Then in football every result can happen. You can win 5-0, you can lose 10-0, everything can happen in football. But the will to do something should be there if you are playing a derby in your home with a full capacity stadium, at least at 50%, because that was the max that was allowed due to the COVID situation. And we didn't see that. It was a horrible performance. So I totally agree with you. I don't agree with we will waste Vlahovic. I don't agree. On the other hand, you know what? Without Dybala, maybe we can see another football. We can see a real 4-3-3. Maybe already from Tuesday with Cuadrado next to Vlahovic and Morata. Maybe we can see something else. Instead of going with a 4-3-2-1, we can maybe see a 4-3-3 that can look a bit different now. Let's see. I don't believe we will waste Vlahovic. I don't believe that. No, I don't believe. Now, Vlahovic, you will have to understand that he's playing at Juventus. And that's totally different than playing at Fiorentina. Look at the special man marking that he has versus Atalanta with Demiral, versus Torino with Bremer. Look at the special treatment he has. So he will have to be supported. Wasted, no. But that it will be a lot more difficult than at Fiorentina? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Look at Piontek when he went from Genoa to Milan. When they started to understand how he was playing, a flop. Vlahovic will not be a flop. Arif, how do you build a team around a player that doesn't have a position? We just said it. It's hard. It's really hard. Then I needed to thank also Rauf. Thank you, Rauf, for extending your membership. Thank you, fino alla fine. Forza Juve. Thank you, Rauf. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Dai, grande, Rauf. Second month. If we continue like that, then we can maybe even put an extra emote. By the way, you need me to say if you want an emote to be changed or something that we have to put, what you would love to use, let me know. Sader, wasn't the worst result. Toro is a good team and high pressing and physical team. We'll have ups and downs, be patient. Juve is still not fully functioning and injuries again. It's correct. If you are looking at the positive side, we can't, after a win, believe that everything is solved and we are top and we will win everything and we'll win the Champions League. After the Verona win, people were telling me, Beppe, we will win the Champions League in Serie A. After the Verona win. No, we have to understand the moment, accept it. Our target is top 4, okay? To have top 4, we need 80 points. We have 47. We have 12 games to play in Serie A. So we have to target these 79, 80 points. We have to do better than Atalanta, because if Atalanta wins, they are equal point with Juve. We have to do better than them. If we are doing better than them, we will go in top 4. And from there, we can do whatever we want, and next season we can fight for the Scudetto. But if we lose one game, we lose one game. Allegri likes to give freedom to the player to make decisions during the game, and this concerns me. It works in the past, the current group doesn't have it yet. It's correct, Thomas. It's correct, because it's not giving freedom to the players everywhere on the field. It's giving freedom on top. So the offensive players, they have the freedom to do whatever they want. It's a bit complicated for Morata. If you give too much freedom to Dybala, then he's going everywhere. And Vlahovic just entered the team. But I understand that maybe he has to focus also there, not only the stability behind, because it's a fact that we are not conceding a lot of goals anymore, but if you are conceding one goal, like versus Atalanta, like versus Torino, but you're not able to score more, and then you have a problem, because then you are drawing. And that's not okay for a team like Juve that wants to enter the top 4. I hope Vlahovic will beat Pau Torres this time if Torres marks him. Villarreal, guys, I didn't observe them really great, but if I'm looking at what they are doing or hearing from people, seeing the results, I'm not hiding you the fact that I'm scared. I'm like, or scared, or on the other hand, we can see a beautiful surprise of Juventus. I don't know. Luciano, I don't know if Dybala, Vlahovic, Chiesa will be fantastic and amazing like next season. First of all, let's see if Dybala will come back. Oh, will still be there. And then how will Chiesa come back? How will he come back from a big injury like he had? These kind of technical players, it's always a mystery, yeah? Do you want Zaniolo in Juventus? I loved and wanted him 2 years ago, before his injuries. Now I'm not sure, but I'm not a doctor. If a doctor is telling me Beppe is 100% fit, probably yes. If a doctor is telling me, I don't want to repeat the same mistake, because we are complaining about Dybala missing the big games because of injuries. I don't want to do the same mistakes. We are giving away a Ramsey, a Khedira, and so on that were always in the J Medical. So let's not do the same mistakes. If you are telling me about a top player that is really healthy and so on, then Chiesa on the left or the right, Zaniolo on the left or on the right, and you have Vlahovic. It's a beautiful trio, not only because they are attacking, but also because they are coming back and giving a lot of support to the midfield. That can be really beautiful. Mike Mazzarese extending for second month for the second consecutive month. Thank you, Mike. Grazie, Mike. You are exactly right about losing too many points in the beginning of the season. Hopefully, with team losing, we will be able to finish at least 4th. Well, I agree. I agree, Mike. I totally agree. For me, the disaster start, it was complicated mentally as well, because you know that you can't fail, you have to fight, you have to go, you can't lose a game, and we lost because we were not free to do whatever you wanted. You know, competing between the first and the second position is something, because you don't have the stress, and the big fight happens in the end, where mentally you burn your energy in the last 2 months. Now Juventus already burned their energy immediately in September already, with all the negativity from the supporters, from inside the club, and so on and so on. So hopefully we can come back. If we have been upset on Juve, imagine Milan Inter fan this week. I guess the performance with all missing players is normal. No rush. It's building up and players understand each other. Well, Mohamed, look at what they did, Inter, today. They missed Brozovic. It was a disaster, Inter. Then, of course, the goalkeeper of Sassuolo did really well as a goalkeeper. But disaster, Inter. We have to say the truth. And I anticipated it, because I said after Liverpool, where they played with 0 shot on target, but they played objectively a good game, Inter, spending everything they had in the first 70 minutes without energy to fight back after conceding the first goal. It was a mental big hit. This, plus missing Brozovic, plus a goalkeeper from Sassuolo, made that at the end they lost today. In their home versus Sassuolo. They can be really pissed off, because they are losing the Scudetto if they continue like that. From Kansas City, Mike. Grande, Mike. Sam Mikalev. Zaniolo is one of the most players that played minutes currently, so I think he's healthy. I don't know if he played yesterday. Or because I saw the goals of the 2 youngsters, but I didn't really see the game of Roma yesterday. Today I saw Atalanta, then I saw Inter. I know. It can be. King Arturo, Pepe, mai visto che Piontek intanto segna? Sì, l'ho visto. Basta mettere i giocatori in condizione di farlo. Poi può segnare chiunque. Non credi che Allegri crea troppo confusione nei singoli? No, ne abbiamo già parlato di Piontek. Non penso. Abbiamo avuto partite un po' difficili. This what it is. That's why. It's true, because of that red card. That's why I forgot. It's crazy. That's one of the problems of Zaniolo. It's crazy. You have to pay attention to that. Considering all our injuries and all the inconsistency with the lineup, our terrible start, we are fortunate to still be in Champions League position. It's true. That's the other way of seeing it. The positive side. How we started, all the injuries and so on, we are kind of fortunate. It's true, because the other one, they are all stopping, like they are falling like dominoes, so they are keeping us alive. But it's also correct. But we had to do better, I agree. Speak more about the Villarreal game. We can speak. We'll go with the predicted lineups and so on. Been watching your videos on YouTube for nearly 2 years. Just wanted to say keep up the great work. Grande Bianconeri FC. Thank you. The original ones, the OGs, the real ones since the beginning. We have a lot of people like that on the channel. Ciao Aldo, who's always there as well. Rick. Grande Riccardo. Beppe, only one to pick from: Raspadori, Malinowski, Zaniolo. They are different players, Raspadori, I will tell you, just a context. Raspadori is, as a kid, he was an Inter fan. Zaniolo was a Juve fan. Malinowski, I don't know which fan he is. Malinowski is strong. I don't know. It's a hard choice, It's a hard choice. It's a really hard choice. But I would go, I don't know. Raspadori is good, probably I would take Raspadori. If, probably I go for Raspadori. Hey, guys, you know what? Make a poll. Pick one for next season, Raspadori, Malinowski, and probably I will not go for Malinowski, because then the people, they will not know how to write it, and I will get pissed off every time on the channel. So to avoid that, I will not take Malinowski for that reason. In the Telegram group, in a Telegram group message, I saw that you mentioned having only 13 field players available for Villarreal. No, Bogdan, we have more. Beppe, to me, I can accept playing a good game and losing, but I found it hard to accept giving away wins to the team that play badly. Ryzen, you are saying obvious things. What can I say? Ryzen, you're correct. Ciao Mario. I'm losing faith in Dybala. We spoke a lot about Dybala. He's not the player he was pre-Sarri with consistent 20 goals a season. Do you think he can turn around? We spoke a lot about Dybala. It's here, all here. We spoke about Zaniolo as well. So speaking about the I think that you started voting 52% at the moment for Zaniolo, 55 for Raspadori, 25 for Raspadori, 22 for Malinowski. Hey guys, maximum of likes, I want the maximum of likes. It's only 130, guys. Hey guys. So if we go to the lineups, I will show you what I wrote on Twitter, guys. What I wrote today on Twitter. What did I write on Twitter? This one here. So I wrote, and there is one mistake, guys, because Marleake cannot be with the team. Guys, I repeat you because I know that then you will tell me Marleake cannot be with the team, guys. Why? Because if you take some youth players with you, they need to be at least since 2 years with Juventus youth team to be integrated in the B list, because you can take your young players. Marleake arrived last January, so it's only 1 year that he's with Juventus, so he's not there with Juve. Okay, so forget about Marleake. Okay, that's important to know. On the other side, Mathias Soulé is there. A pity that the winter broken shoulder, or I don't know what happened with his shoulder, he's not there, so he cannot play. But what I think will happen, then everything can change, of course. It's my predicted lineup, and it's not always the one I want, is the one I think that Allegri will put. So what I believe Allegri will do is Szczesny into the goal, De Sciglio on the right, Alexandro on the left, and don't start shooting at me, guys. Danilo and De Ligt in the middle. Okay, so De Sciglio, Danilo, De Ligt, and Alexandro. Then McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot, Quadrado, Vlahovic, Morata. That's what I believe he will do. Why am I putting not again Arthur? We already spoke about it. I already told you. For me, Locatelli is tired to do the box-to-box position that Allegri has in mind for him. If he's not able to do that box-to-box, then he will play as a 6, because he needs to do a bit less than as a box-to-box. No, not less. Needs to do the same, but a different work. You have a McKennie. Why? Because McKennie with De Sciglio behind him, he can also go up and down. Quadrado can become a 4-4-2 going on the right side of the field. If Quadrado can go down, McKennie can go up. You see the different work? That's what I believe. On the bench, you have maybe Pellegrini. Let's see if he will be called up or not. There will be Zakaria. There will be Arthur. Bernardeschi, but not ready to play. Mathias Soulé will be there, and Moisken. So we have more than 13 field players. Soulé, he will be there. He will be called up. Now, playing is a big word, guys. Playing is a big word. I don't know if he will play or not. But I wished him the best. On Instagram, I wrote him private message. I said I wished him the best, and let's see if it will happen or not. But that's the lineup I think that we will do. Zaniolo, because he was a Juve supporter. You see that this is a convincing argument I love. I'm trying to read. Anthony Schifano. Raspadori is a real talent. I would exchange him out for Ken. But Ken, it's possible that Juventus will stop next season with Moisken. This season it was impossible. Why? Because you already played a game with Everton in the beginning of the season. You played with Juve, and you know that with the rules you can only play in 2 teams in a season. So he disappointed fans. He disappointed Juventus and Allegri probably as well. Quadrado right back, De Sciglio left back, Soulé. Guys, it will not happen. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it will not happen. Guys, it will not. What did Bentancur says? We have the words of Bentancur, guys, on Telegram, thanks to Mo. Bentancur to Sky Sport. Playing in Premier League is something that I always wanted to do. It's the best league in the world. A dream that come true to be here. As a kid, I used to watch Premier League. What about Juventus? I learned a lot and won many trophies. I will need time to adapt here. Of course, he will say it's the best in the world, because he has no chance to come back to Juve, because he was bought straight away. So he's a real Tottenham player now. Of course, he needs to conquer the heart of them. Just imagine Beppe, Quadrado right back, and De Sciglio left, and Soulé on the right from the start. It will not happen, but still. But you know that I love Soulé. I will always protect and defend him. I will create a Soulé Stan account on Twitter. You know that. But on the other hand, I hope we can see him, but I don't believe he will start. Guys, don't. Then there will be too much pressure. He's 18. Stop. But if it happened, I will be happy. I was excited what Ken came back. Me too, Mike. Me too. From Kansas, Mike. Me too. But I've been disappointed. Me too. He has a lot of potential. He has, but also we have to say, if people were criticizing Morata for not playing his position, Moise Ken the same, but the difference with Morata and Ken, if you see, Morata is really giving everything he has in terms of fighting spirit, while Ken, disaster. Cuadrado up front. Yeah, I believe that Cuadrado will play up front. Something that I believe that could have happened even before, if we didn't have the problems with Danilo, suspensions, or with center backs not there. Zakaria can be an option as center back, maybe Danilo as a 6. But yeah, it can be an option. Why? Because some people said in press conference, maybe Zakaria can play there. And Allegri said, hey, why not? But it will not happen. Not now. Stavros. Beppe, did you speak the true Juventini who asked you how is Juve versus Torino while his health condition was not good? Yeah, I spoke about with my father because that he went to the hospital. He was there. They were doing tested analysis. He was really suffering so much, and at like midnight 30. He was able to go out of hospital, so they had to carry him. And the first thing, because my mother, she FaceTimed me, so I saw my father. He asked me. The first thing he said was not like, I'm okay, I'm fine, how are you? No, he didn't care. He said, what is the result of Juve? Because he could, with 2 broken wrists, he couldn't use his phone. So he said, what was the result of Juve? He's crazy. Yeah, the guy is crazy. That's why I'm crazy Juventino. Yeah, he was about to die. He was really about to pass away. Luckily, he's good. And the guy is thinking about the result of Juve. Yeah, I told him it's true. We were not good. I miss the 1921 Cuadrado. I don't like Cuadrado under Allegri. Yeah, Thomas, but you know the channel since long, so I already said it and you know it. Cuadrado, the 15-18 Cuadrado, I didn't like him neither. If he would have left, I was not against it. I was not a Cuadrado lover. I didn't like Cuadrado because he was playing offensively, because when playing offensively he was doing a lot of disaster. And I started appreciating Cuadrado a lot with Sarri, and then also with Pirlo, where from he did 2 great seasons. Then I love the player, I love the guy, but in terms of performances, the 2 best years of Cuadrado at Juventus were the one with Sarri and Pirlo. It's true. Then this season he's playing less good. Also why? Because one time he's playing on the back, sometimes he's playing on offensively, sometimes he has to come back. But it's also the all Juventus who is not performing well this season. But look, he scored 4 goals, which is 2 more than last season, but he did only 1 assist this season. Only 1 assist. His crosses versus Torino were a disaster. Score prediction for Tuesday, the realistic one, not the optimistic one. But versus Torino, I said 1-0. Some people, they were telling me, Beppe, like Ron Rusitano and so on, they were saying 4-0. A lot of people, 3-0, 5-0. We will destroy them. 3 goals of Vlahovic, 2 goals of Dybala, and so I said, no, pay attention. I tell you, the realistic one, I'm still hesitant between. Then you never know what can happen tomorrow. Maybe Bonucci can have a miracle and he can start, and that will solve a lot of things. Or Bonucci can be out, and maybe even more players will be out of forms, and so we don't know. But the realistic today, or we lose, or we win big. It will not be a 1-0 Juve. Or we lose, or we win big. At the moment, that's my 2 feelings. I know it's from one to the other. Guys, I'm surprised about what... I'm curious about what Allegri will do in Champions League and also the team, because you don't have the pressure of the Serie A fighting to be in top 4. Really curious. Really curious. Caio, I always said that, and I will continue with the same thing. For me, Caio Jorge is a player that for me is a big question mark. I don't know Caio Jorge. I don't know Caio Jorge. From the moment that I see him playing 2-3 games, I can tell you what I think about Caio Jorge. Today, I don't know. Boop. Who is Caio Jorge? I know the face, I don't know the player. After 26 games, Pirlo had 8 points more and scored 16 more goals, and we conceded 1 less. It's correct, Anthony, but it was a different time. It's difficult to compare. Look at this season. Atalanta, Milan, Inter. Look at the start of our season. Disaster. And don't forget that Pirlo started like that, and he collapsed. He totally collapsed in January, February. You remember the big collapse of Pirlo? I think it's important stat. It's correct, but we have to compare it at the end of the season because it's easy like that. If you compare at a certain moment, 26 game, you have still 1/3 of the season that you have to do. Maybe Allegri tomorrow start winning 12 games. Winning 12 games, we will have more points than the Juve of Pirlo. And now what do we say? Allegri is better than Pirlo. Allegri is better than Pirlo. Allegri has 11 titles with Juve. He won some titles with Milan. He has more experience. He went in Champions League. Pirlo not. Can Pirlo become a really great coach? Yes. Now, Pirlo had a Cristiano Ronaldo. They were used to play with Cristiano Ronaldo. It was his first experience. Allegri, the first day Cristiano Ronaldo leaves, and he has to reinvent the Juve that was built for 3 years around Ronaldo. The facts, after 26 games, Pirlo had more points. Will it be like that at the end? I don't know. I'm really curious. If we do less than Pirlo, we'll not go in Champions League, and then we have a problem. And I tell you today, it's not a guarantee that we go in Champions League. It's not a guarantee. It will be tough, guys. Last game versus Fiorentina. No, but I don't agree, Riccardo, with the young players. No, I don't agree again on that one. This is all a myth about the young players. The problem is that Juventus didn't have a lot of good quality players that could play for Juve. That's the difference, because when you have these kind of players, he's playing them. We're speaking about Pogba. We're speaking about other young players that played. De Ligt is young, he's playing. We have a lot of players that are level of Juve and they are playing. If you are not level of Juve, they are not playing. A lot of people were complaining. Pirlo was great with the young player. McKennie is playing. Kulusevski was playing. Kulusevski was shit at Juve because he gave up. That's the truth. But he was playing. Allegri wanted to invest in Kulusevski. But how can you invest in Kulusevski? How can you invest in other young players and putting aside Kulusevski if Kulusevski is 21? But he played a lot. He didn't understand with Allegri. I don't know why. But for me, this is kind of not true. That's a myth made by people online. Allegri doesn't like young players. Also, Allegri exaggerated in press conference with his stories that they have to do a journey and so on and so on. But look at Fagioli. When he will come back, guys, it will be a total different Fagioli. Even his manager, he said he was not ready for Juve. And now he has the big benefits of being a really star in the team that is at the moment first in Serie B. So, even Pirlo was not playing him. I don't agree. Moisken was playing good with Allegri. Moisken was playing with Allegri. De Ligt, Pogba. If you have the good players, they play. If you don't have good players, they are not playing. Then if you tell me Ken was playing in beginning of the season, he's not bad, not good, he's not playing. You're speaking about Caio Jorge. Who saw Caio Jorge playing well? He's not. But Caio Jorge is happy at Juventus. He's saying, I'm learning, I understand, I don't want to go on loan, I want to stay, I want to show, I want to learn from Allegri and so on. So, I don't agree. I think it's Juventus that did a really bad job in the past, not investing in young talents. They are working on it now. It is working, and we have young players. McKennie is young. Look at McKennie. Beginning of the season, he was not playing. He was not doing well. By the way, at the end, who won? 39% Zaniolo. McKennie was on the bench. From the moment McKennie said, now, after that story in USA, he said, now I have to pay attention to my career because I'm exaggerating. Look now, he's a starter. Yeah, we have young players. Vlahovic is 22. He played. Game in, game out. So, look, McKennie was on the departure list. Beppe, even Arthur, then Max decision to order. But both of them, they stayed at Juve because they are starting to convince Allegri. Allegri wanted Arthur to stay. Why? Because he have that idea of having Arthur in the middle, Zaccaria on the right, Locatelli on the left. But we have a younger team. Then, if you expect Pedri from 17 years, like Miretti, Sule, and so on, they are not ready to be starters at Juventus. I will tell you, I will repeat you 100 times, 120 times, 300 times. I know it's hard. Dybala, when he was 21 and he came to Juve, Dybala, 21, he played. It's true. Ake is there, he's starting to play. Now we will not be able to play in Champions League because of the rules. It is what it is. So I think it's a myth made by a lot of people. Then, if Juventus would have had more quality young players, they would have played. But look at Fagioli, second division, Ravella. Allegri wanted Ravella. Genoa didn't want to give him. Otherwise, probably Ravella would play today. He's young. He's young, but we don't have him. So I'm not sure that Ake can be a starter at Juve. I hope I'm wrong. Playing, yes, he's good. Consistent starter, not sure. Hey guys, we are a lot. 250 people. We stay steady. The people they stay on the channel. Home of Juve just there with Ryan Saliba as well. Grande. But we don't even reach the 200 likes. That's annoying. Let me take water. Meanwhile, you can put some likes. I will put you the intro of 7 seconds so that we can honor our friend Colo. Let me take some water and I come back. I'm back. Beautiful water. This water, it gives me a lot of energy. The Juve water. 175. Grande. Okay, what should we speak about still, guys? We are speaking since 1 hour 20. I don't know what you want to know, guys. Now, by the way, I don't feel confident to vape on the channel. Sometimes, like a bit. I don't like. I don't know why. I know on other channels they don't care because it's not banned and you can do whatever you want with vaping on the channel, but I don't like. I think I have like a kind of responsibility towards young people that are watching, and I don't like showing. Sometimes I do like one, or I don't like. I don't feel confident. I don't like that because it's not good, guys. I don't want sometimes that people say, hey, Beppe was smoking, vaping on the channel. It's a good guy. I want to vape as well. I don't like that. I don't like. Coffee. Coffee is good, but coffee is out. I need other coffee. I would have loved to have a pre-injury Zaniolo. Me too. Mike is on the same wave as me, the same way of thinking. In terms of age, Khedira, Pjanic and Matuidi at the midfield, now we have much younger players. Oh, absolutely. I made a comparison last time between that period and now. The work that Juve is doing is crazy. It's crazy in terms of finances, salaries, in terms of players, age, and so on. It's crazy. New subscriber, Grande Patrick. Where are based right now? No, I'm based in Belgium. Okay, so you can find me on the Juve channel because YouTube or Twitch, because I'm the host together with my friend Marco Messina from a Juve Twitch. But I'm living in Belgium. So Italian, come from Sicily, but I'm based in Belgium, in Brussels. Grande Patrick, I love it. By the way, we reached the 16,700. Mamma mia, that's a lot, huh? Nearly 17. You know that this year I want to reach the 20k or I will be really sad. Should have been done last year. Where are the Juventini of the world? Where are the Juventini of the world? Why is it possible that Patrick, after more than 1,000 videos in 2 years, how is it possible that Patrick just joined us? Why? How is it possible? Where were you, Patrick, for all these years? My last donation, thank you, Rick Grande. Today you were crazy, huh? No coffee this morning, but how frustrating is it when Max puts a sub on with 5 minutes left? But the subs that they did versus Torino were horrible. Huh? You know that I'm defending a lot. I try to find it and try to defend what I can defend. Allegri was a disaster versus Torino. It has to be said, the subs were bad. If you change a pathetic Vlahovic, because Vlahovic was bad, it was really bad. If you change Vlahovic at the 75th, if you are doing 1-1, and he was bad, he was really bad, then you are giving a sign to the team to say we give up. Think about Villarreal. Not good, not good, not good. Thank you, Rick, and have a good day, because I know in Australia you're starting your day while we will probably go to sleep in a few minutes. Gravush is saying, I agree with Vabe, you are a gentleman. No, it's because I don't know, guy. Normally I'm 40, you know, I should not care because I'm 40 and we are used in my generation to smoke, to vape, to do. So I should not care, but I think, especially when you are representing Juve, when people, you know, sometimes I receive nice messages from people, kids, but also adults from all over the world. They are saying, Beppe, you are doing great things. You are showing us, you know, attachment, positivity. You are helping us in some moments from lockdowns where we were annoying ourselves. You are doing a lot. If I show the bad example, I don't like that. Ake was good, fast and fresh last time he played, 2 times, by the way. But it was already 3-0 and 4-0 in Cup. Hard to judge, it's true. The last time he entered, he played in a game that we had to be decisive, and he did really well. Grande Bebe, great father too. But it's true, when my son is 13, I would hate it to be a bad example for him. I understand that maybe that some people don't like it. I don't mind it because I do it as well. But being polite is good. It's true. I got you. Now you went into that vape thing. Adbin Ayubi. Then you might want to move to that mirror behind you. The mirror. I need to move it as well. It's true. It's correct. It's correct. Let me read the comment of Alan. Grande Alan. Hi, I'm sorry for your dad. Hope he's better. He's feeling better. And thank you again to all the people that just joined. Thank you for the messages of love and support for my father. I told him. He said, Forza Juve. He always say Forza Juve. My father. You want a picture of my father? I have a picture of my father. Wait, I show you my father. How he was, guys. He was really bad. He was really not okay. But I have a picture. I show you because now he's feeling good. Otherwise, good. A big word. Feeling good is a big word. Look at him with his two whistles like here. Wait, can you see it? Or yeah, you can see it. Look at that. His face. He fell from the roof. Look at his face, scratched. The 2 whistles. He can't eat. He can't do nothing, guy. Poor father. Was feeling bad, He was feeling really bad. Look, look. That's how he was when he came from hospital in the car, and instead of saying I'm feeling good, he told me what was the result of Juve. I don't know if his face was actually showing me was more sad because of the result of the pain. I don't know. Thank you, Alan, for the donation. We shouldn't regret not win cause Inter lost, cause we need to be realistic and focus on Champions League spot and go as far we can in Champions League. We spoke about it for 1 hour, and I agree with you, Alan. Of course, it's annoying, and we would have loved, of course, would have loved to be there. Like Wolf is saying in the comments, we are growing as Juventus, but that doesn't mean that we are there yet. It's a process, it's a journey that we have to do. But we are aligned. I aligned. Then 75% of the people, they were not again. They said we are regretting. It makes sense. Thank you for the donation, Alan. And we have a new member. Ale, oh. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Gravuc Miklos Henrik, who said, I became a member of the channel. Thank you. Really appreciate it for you being a supporter. You know how much I appreciate it. Thank you. Family is becoming bigger and bigger. Maybe one day we will unlock even more of the emotes. Rick, he said, he's still there. Huh? Put some concrete like true Sicilian Beppe. It fixes everything. True. Like this, putting the real concrete from Sicily. He's a warrior. Grande Beppe. No, thank you to you. Yeah, probably it's the result. And when I told him, he was like, he was not happy. He had a empty face, empty look. But next season, I believe that Juventus can do really great things. I think there will be a left back, a midfielder on top of the young midfielder that will join. And then a lot depends on Dybala. A lot will depend on Dybala's situation. Beppe, do you think that Max plays down the level of our opponents when we are the better team? Also dominating Serie A for the last year, it has made us Juventini a little bit spoiled. Agree about being spoiled, of course. Of course. There is one thing I really don't like, and I said it in the beginning of the video, of Allegri. Because don't believe I'm the biggest fan of Allegri. Eh? It's not true. Eh? I wanted him to leave at the time, not Allegri out. Because for me, you judge a trainer at the end of the season. I don't like starting like in December or February, Allegri out. But at the end of his 5th year, I said we need something else. So probably if I was Agnelli, I would also have stopped with Allegri at the time after the season, thanking him for 5 crazy years. But probably I would have stopped. If there is something that I don't like with Allegri, it is that we always try to adapt too much to the teams. And I would love sometime to say, no, we are doing our game. If you give possession too much to the opponent's teams, on the other side, I have to say I appreciate the work that Allegri is doing, because if you see the Juventus today, not the game versus Torino, but if you probably would have lost a lot versus Torino a few games months ago. But the work that it is to appreciate. But we are really far away. I was expecting maybe a bit more from Allegri this season. Yeah. We spoke about Dybala a lot. Huh? Ciao Cecilia, always remember. I will always say the first member of the channel. I appreciate that. Give us a name of the midfielder you think that we will go for. I don't know. It depends. It depends on what we will see from now until the end of the season with Locatelli. Is he able to play box to box? And what will we see with Arthur? Then don't forget, guys. Don't forget about the Champions League. Will we make top 4? Because if you make top 4, you can attract some players. If you don't make top 4, you have to attract other players. It's not always bad, huh? Because sometimes you can attract a Vidal. That can be a surprise. but it's true. Top 4, you have one kind of category that you can enter. No top 4, it's another category. It's another category. Yeah. So, if you want me to say the name of Pogba, I can tell you the name of Pogba. He didn't decide yet. I'm always amazed by your jersey collection. That's my favorite jersey by far. I have that one with Marquisio. Look, this one my father gave, no, my brother gave it to me, Omar. He gave it to me, but there is no player. There is no player, you know, so no Scudetto, no player. It's really the empty version that was bought. I never say no. When they give me shirts, I never say no. But when I buy, I always buy with the name of a player. When they gift me, you can't say no, luckily. So I take everything they give me. But I received this one last summer, I believe, from my brother. So I'm super happy, huh? Super happy. It's a medium. It's a bit tight. I don't put it a lot. It's a beautiful one. Huh? It's a shirt that I was not really particularly attached to, but it grew on me, and also people said it's beautiful, beautiful. So I started looking a bit closer to it. I love it. I think it's written fino alla fine inside. Yeah, there is a triangle. It's this one. I feel it here, and it's written fino alla fine. I love these kind of messages. Nike was doing that a lot. Huh? Like the first shirt that we won the Scudetto in 2011-12, you have the logo, and under the logo it's written like Forza Juve. I love these kind of things. So yeah. But look, it's always a disaster. Look here, I have the Locatelli shirt here from this season. Here I have which is that Chiesa one. I have the other one here from Vlahovic here. I even have I have too much stuff, guys. Look, it's all here. This one is okay. It's a tracksuit, you know, like wait, with the sleeves you have here, pink sleeves. You see the pink sleeves, and on the other sleeves you have them like dark blue. That's from last season. It's quite okay. It's okay. What do I have here? This one is nice. That's one of my favorite ones. The total white with Juventus. That's the anthem jacket. Ooh, the anthem jacket is great. That's another jacket also from with Juventus on the back. So my wife, she wants to kill me. She wants to kill me. There is too much going on. Then I have like 2-3 spots here. You know, these kind of shelves. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. You think, thank you for the donation, Mohammed. You think Max letting attack players freely is a good plan? We spoke about that. I will come back in a really short recap. We may not get the Max of Vlahovic, or those that that shows Max has no idea in creative attack. But it's always like Allegri always said it, huh? Solidity, structure in defense, smart players in the middle that knows what to do, are not taking crazy risk, and up they are free, because footballers should and need to be free because they have the creativity and they understand the moment. I agree, but in a way I also don't agree, because you can leave that when it's working, when you have players with the caliber of Tevez, for example, Mandzukic with the experience, they know, Ronaldo. When you don't have these kind of players, when you have young players like a Vlahovic, maybe they need a bit of guidance. You know, he said the thing like, okay, Bremer was stronger than him, because Vlahovic probably should have run and taking actually Bremer out of position. So he will try to learn and to teach him that. But he should know, it's not that he doesn't have the idea about it, but it's true that if it's not working, he is the coach, he has a responsibility to find an option to that. He needs to. I'm a madman, yeah, you know, my wife, she wants to kill me, yeah? I know. Yes, it's correct, Omar. Agnelli's biggest mistake was to give a 4-year contract by Allegri to Allegri. It should be less than that. But you know what, Cecilia, I agree. I kind of agree with you. On the other hand, there was nobody free. If you look at after Pirlo, there was nobody free. Nobody. Allegri was about to go to Real Madrid. Probably Allegri said, okay, I come to Juve because I love Juve. I have no worry to say no to Paris Saint-Germain, to say no to Real Madrid because I really want to come to Juve. But you give me 4 years, because if you give 4 years, guys, you know what's 4 years? It's really easy. The first year, we build the first year, and then we win everything again. And we open that 3-year cycle from next year. This year, we evaluate, we build, and we try to say goodbye to some players. So then, if it's working, it's great. If it's not working, we have a problem. But the 4 years, guys, really the 4 years, that's the 4 years. 1 year to what comes, it's good, but this year is evacuating, understanding, explaining already, and then it's boom, boom, boom. Win, 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 win. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for the donation, buddy. Alan is saying, some players are a little selfish in front of the goal, and we must communicate with Alex to tell Dybala to use his right foot. But, you know, Alan, this is because we spoke a lot about him, about Dybala. I said it's a player that never scored with a header in 6 or 7 seasons. That's a lot. 7 seasons. Never. I think, if my memory is good, he scored 1 time with a header and it was cancelled. Otherwise, 0 goals with Argentina and with Juventus with a header. 7 seasons for an offensive player. Okay, he's taking the free kicks. Okay, he's taking the corner kicks. It's correct. One part of the corner kicks, not all of them. And the right foot is a problem for Dybala. It's correct. It's correct. You know, what irritates me sometimes with Dybala is you have the opportunity to go with your right foot and he's going on the left. And then some opponents, they understand it. They know it. It's correct. What about the selfishness of players? But last time, Vlahovic, that is a bit more selfish. That's true. He is a bit selfish. He wants to destroy the world. But he's 22. He just arrived at Juve. You see that we are in a bad pace. He wants to do something for Juve. So I forgive him. But last time he tried to give an assist to Morata. Probably he had to be a bit more selfish. The problem is that we don't go too much in front of the goal. And then when you are on the goal, you have so much pressure that you want to solve it yourself. Check my message, Beppe, with 1/3 of my Juve collection. So let's see the message of Riccardo with 1/3 of his collection. Ooh, guys, I will show you, These are beautiful, beautiful pictures, guys, from Riccardo. So Riccardo, he sent me a message with I don't know if you're able to see it well or not. Wait, this way. Wait for the focus. Yeah, here it is. So that's a beautiful room. I see the shirt of Buffon. That's one. And we have Buffon, a lot of time. Buffon. I look at that. These are beautiful shirts. Look at Buffon in orange, in black, in blue. That's a beautiful jersey. The 77 gray. Look at the other one here, the most on this part of the screen. That typical Zoff shirt. That was a beautiful one. This one, Zoff plate with a half black, half gray one. Grande, beautiful collection. That's a beautiful basement. I would love to have something like that, Rick. Hey guys, we are nearly. Zidane was free, but yeah, okay. Zidane, Timothy, NCD. But who said that Zidane wanted? Because the last news that I had, guys, was that Agnelli was already in contact with Zidane. If you follow my channel, probably in the time you would have known that the rumors were that Agnelli was with Zidane in communication. At the last moment, after Pirlo, Agnelli didn't want to do the same mistake, waiting 1 month and so on, because probably then Allegri would have gone to Real Madrid, and he had to take a decision. And then he asked him, Zidane, what do you do? And he said, I want to wait a bit more. I want to wait a bit more. I want to wait a bit more. At a certain moment, it's you go, you come or not. Probably with Zidane, we would still have Ronaldo. But probably we would not have had Zakaria, Vlahovic, and we would not have had this young generation of player that is coming now. So it's good and bad. But with Zidane, you would not have give him more players because the finances were not there, because you would still pay 30 million net, 31 million net to Ronaldo, plus the salary of Zidane that is more, probably more than Allegri. So Nenib is still there. Dr. SP. Yeah, I was just showing also the picture of my father with his arms like that. So yeah. Thank you, SP. Thank you, doctor. He's never sleeping. Uncle Sharma he has a crazy tempo. He's never sleeping. Mazzarri was also available. Yeah, but Mazzarri, hopefully tomorrow he can win, because if he doesn't win, Inter is in the big troubles. If tomorrow Mazzarri, that is training Cagliari, if he's actually playing a bit for his ex-team Napoli, have a problem, huh? I will have a problem. Mamma mia, Nini, it was better that you didn't write, huh? Because prediction 2-1 for Villarreal. I tell you, my predictions, I'm still hesitant between a loss versus Villarreal, or a big win. I still can't decide. Or a loss, small loss. No, don't exaggerate. Small loss or a big win. Small loss or a big win. I don't know yet. Mamma mia. Okay, look, hey guys, these were appetizer. Look at the collection of Riccardo. That's on the bed with all the shirts. Mamma mia. The trousers. You see, it's not only shirts, it's trousers. Del Piero, even Bernardeschi. Look at the old vintage one with the old logo. Mamma mia. That's a big, all the scarves here, also scarves. I have also, I have scarves, jackets, trousers, shorts. Too much. I don't have space. There are 2 shelves full. I need another one. Grande Rick. Thomas, Zidane probably wanted Champions League guarantee, and that, no, apparently he wanted only a contract of 2 years. So Zidane, the difference was not building, not working towards building and going, but probably trying to do immediately the work with some guarantees of player, but we didn't have the money. And he wanted only 2 years, because we know the dream of Zidane is after Deschamps going to France. Then he will, one day he probably will come to Juve, but not now. That's also another good one from Veritas. Juve is impossible to predict. That's why I'm super hesitant. Small loss or big win. Pepe, have you seen that we nearly signed Haaland before he went to Salzburg? Yes, I saw that, but I'm not like this. I'm just like, it's a mistake that happened. We were in discussion with him. We didn't, we knew that he was good, but probably we couldn't promise him what he wanted, and what he wanted was to be a starter, like he went to Salzburg and being a starter. So, hey guys, football, you can't buy everyone. We were on talks with Mbappe, not talks. We showed interest for Mbappe because we knew that he was really good, but there were already crazy teams on him. So, you can't have everyone, guys. It is what it is. We tried for Haaland. That tells that the scouts of Juve are good. And then sometimes it happens that but even Vlahovic, when he was 16, Juventus was on Vlahovic. We could have had him for 200,000 euro, and now we paid 75 million. Prediction has left the room. Yes, it's hard, but you know why it's hard to predict for your own team? Because you are influenced with your heart. That's as easy as that. You are influenced with your heart. Ciao, Shervin. Beppe, in my opinion, we should have gone for Zidane or Ten Hag. Surely it could not have been worse than this. But Shervin, it's not about worse than this. It's not correct. It could have been a lot worse than this. Because today we are still fighting for entering a top 4 with a team before Vlahovic and before Zakaria. That was a disaster team. It was a disaster. It was a disaster. Totally lost of identity, a team built around Ronaldo. I can tell you one thing. I don't know. I'm serious here. I don't know how many coaches would have done the job Allegri did from the beginning of the season till now, with the material he had, with the Cristiano Ronaldo leaving, being first in the group of Champions League, still competing in Coppa Italia, fighting until the last minute versus Inter in Supercoppa. Then Alexandro is doing a disaster. I don't know how much. Ten Hag, I'm okay with Ten Hag. I'm okay. 5-year plan. Maybe he can do it in 2 years. Maybe he can do it in 3 years. Ten Hag, this season, it would have been a lot worse. Can you imagine Rabiot playing with Ten Hag? Impossible. That's why I'm saying, guys, pay attention. Pay attention. Allegri was here to build stability in this year. Stability so that from next year we can start. We anticipated a bit with Cristiano Ronaldo leaving. We were not able to do a mercato. Who did we buy? Ken, impulse buy because we were obliged. Locatelli, that we were not even able to pay. Chiesa, best player of Juve, out with injury. And we need 2 more likes. Aldo is asking 2 more likes so that we have a 200. Is Allegri my favorite coach? No. Did I want to have a coach with a project? I was ready. I would not have complained if I knew that we had to work on a 3-year plan. Yeah, 3-year plan. We go for 3 years. But then don't complain. Don't complain. Don't start blah, 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 blah. We are not good. 3-year plan. We work towards that. Ten Hag, I'm okay. But does Ten Hag want to go to a team like Juve? I don't know. I see Ten Hag maybe in a Manchester City, a Dortmund, a Barcelona. That's Ten Hag. Juve? Not sure. Not sure. Frankie, your channel is amazing. Thank you for everything what you do. Would love to see your whole kit collection in the video. Yeah, but then I will do a kind of video like that, and I will have like people leaving after 1 minute because they are annoyed and they will not put a maximum of like because they are not interested. But I have a lot. I have a lot. And you know what's happening also? A lot of times I have like shirts that are there. My wife is washing, and then I don't know where they are. They are lost, and disaster. What do I have here? Look, another thing here. You see, it's also training kits and so on. This one was quite nice as well. I like here with the pink on the shoulders, This one is quite nice, clean, and then you have in the back, you have here the word. I like these kind of small details, you know, Juve, and I don't know if you're able to see it or not, but you know, like these kind of small dots, you know, so it's really light in material. Really like this one. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Some beautiful things, huh? Juve makes beautiful gear. I like. They should sponsor me. What do we need for a start? A new capable physio? That's a thing that I would love to. That's what I would love to. Maximum flags, but we reached them. 214. Grande. So we put a bit of music. that's a big question. That's probably the last question I will do for today, the one of cynical skeptic. Cynical skeptic, he has a really beautiful question. First I will answer Ricardo, and then I will go to cynical skeptic that has really great question. So Ricardo is asking, Juric and Italiano have now proved themselves respectively with Verona, Torino, and Spezia, Fiorentina. They deserve a top team. No, Ricardo, and that's where you're wrong, because you took the two coaches that you're totally wrong. Totally wrong. Not because of you, but I explain you. You have some types of coaches that will succeed in some teams. They will succeed and they will fail in other. Okay? Tudor, that I love Tudor, crazy love for Tudor. But also Juric, great coaches. They are doing great, fantastic work. With who? With Torino, with Spezia, with Fiorentina. No, because Spezia, it's not Juric. Okay, wait. I wrote it wrong. Juric and Italiano. Okay, I'm sorry. I wrote Tudor. So Juric and Italiano. Two different coaches. Okay, Juric, it's not about deserving or not, but Juric is a middle table team like Tudor. Okay, why? Because they love to have the 100% over their team. They are quite harsh. They motivate. They expect all players to be treated the same way. The players accept it. They don't care. They are quite honest and open and direct with management, with familiar clubs, and so on and so on. And they are really great at that. They know how to motivate the teams to take the best out of it. In a big team, but I'm not speaking only about Juve, but Juve, Barcelona, Milan, and so on. You have a lot of big players. Stars like a Ronaldo that's not there anymore here, and these kind of players, it's different because you have to deal with their agent. You can't behave with them like with other players. Dybala, you have to behave like with this way. You have to treat another player like that way. It's really hard. You have so much external factors in terms of pressure, in terms of media, in terms of all the things that you have to say, not say, politically correct or not, that makes it really difficult for a trainer like Juric to succeed in these kind of teams. And same for Tudor. Italiano is something else. Italiano, I kind of agree. Italiano is a trainer that I would love to see in a bigger club. Juve or another one, but pay attention, not burn him too fast. But he proved himself in smaller categories. He proved himself with Spezia, and he's proving himself again with Fiorentina, giving a beautiful football. It's one that has also some class. Look at what happened with Sarri. Italiano, class. He knows he's not crying like Gasperini. Gasperini is also a coach. He will never succeed in big clubs. Atalanta is the biggest one that he can have. That's it. So, yeah, it's a big discussion. In Italiano, I believe he can succeed. He deserve. Wait, let him do 2-3 years at Fiorentina. Let him experience also the 2 games a week with Europa League or whatever, 2 games a week, that he knows how it is, because training and planning 1 game in a week is one story. Look at Antonio Conte. He didn't even learn yet. One day a week, 1 game a week is one thing, 2 games is another thing. So, but it's a good comment. I love that one, but I really love also the one of a cynical skeptic who's saying, Ciao Giuseppe, can you please explain for us outside of Italy why Italian football has dropped so much in the last 10-15 years, or has the decline started earlier? Yeah, there are multiple reasons, and then I will also, but thank you for the donation, first of all. There are multiple reasons. You can't say one. First of all, because you're at the top in the 90s, and even in the years 2000, and when you are in the top, if you start, ciao Riccardo, buonanotte, buongiorno. If you don't continue to build, if you don't fight to remain at the top, if you don't innovate, if you don't, okay, For example, easy. I have at the moment, without staying humble, and because tomorrow everything can happen. But today I have the Juve channel, except of Juventus, of course, in English speaking, that has the most subscribers. Okay, I'm really proud because I worked a lot for that. I really worked a lot, and I try to have a way of working. I wanted to create a family, so when people are insulting and so on, I don't react or I abandon. We try. I work with starting to have innovations, ideas, how to do. Okay, if from tomorrow I stop because I'm the biggest one from Juve speaking channel, the other ones, they are pushing. Now look at all the great guys that are coming. They are in teams. I'm alone. They are working in teams. They are doing beautiful jobs. Some are better with graphics. Some are better with nice teams, and so on and so on. And then you will not be the first anymore because you thought that you were untouchable. So thinking that they were untouchable, Serie A, that's one. And not investing, okay? Secondly, because after the 1990 World Cup in Italy, where everyone received new stadiums, Milan, Juve, all the big stadiums, Olimpico and so on, they never invested in new stadiums because the law makes it really difficult to have own stadiums. They didn't want to. The first team, and at the moment one of the only teams in Italy, is Juventus, to have a own stadium. All the other ones, disaster. They don't have their own stadium. Look at Milan, Torino, Milan, Inter, they're sharing a stadium. Roma, Lazio, sharing a stadium. Look at how many injuries happen. So, stadiums, not attractive. Old, because they were built in 1990. We are in 2022, so it's 32 years old stadium, okay? International, they are going with really in Italian-led communication, vision. They didn't open to new markets because they were the king of the world. A lot of things. Then 2006, Italy wins the World Cup. Tragedy. Juventus, the team with the most appeal internationally, they banned them. They put them in second division. Chaos, drama, a lot of things. Juventus was not there anymore. The most attractive team, the most followed team in Italy, with the biggest champions, they decided to send us in Serie B because we were winning too much, because we were too strong, because Inter decided that it was not normal, that they never won since 1989. But everyone won. Milan won, Lazio won, Sampdoria won, everyone was winning. Napoli and so on and so on. Inter was not winning. That's Calciopoli, of course. It's a long other story. But if you do that, you pay some consequences after that. A lot of consequences. So, dinosaurs leading Serie A, and they start to want the will to change. They want to change, but Italy is Italy. They are thinking too much Italian way without innovating. They start, and now they partner with my friend Marco, IFTV, and so on. They start to be a bit more international. And then if you start having all these kind of things where you have other competitors like La Premier League that is starting to invest and putting some money and money and money. Look at that. Now, from next year, Premier League will have 10 times more entries than Serie A. For the 4-year contract, they will have 6 billion euro, while Serie A make a deal for 600 million. That's 10 times more. You can't compete anymore. External investors like Abramovich, because Abramovich from Chelsea entered Chelsea, if I'm not wrong, in 2004, 2006, that period, opening the way, investing money. And then the other one came. So it's a long story, and multiple factors. Should do a video about it for 30 minutes only on that topic. That topic. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the donation. cynical skeptic. I hope I gave you a bit of answer, even if it's a bit incomplete. Thank you to Mohammed who is saying Beppe, but of your philosophy, why fans these days are quick to judge effect of social media and video games, or they didn't believe in Juve so bad periods. They didn't experience the bad moment of Juve. I think it's a combo of both, but today, and that's another philosophical question that takes a lot of time to answer. But if you're speaking about the first point, we are living in a world where everything has to go really fast. You have social media today, guys. What is actually why is social media working today? What are they working on? You know, it's like a dopamine, okay? It's like dopamine when you are taking sugar or cigarettes or things like that. You start to be addicted. You want more and more. Why? Because they are working in immediate effect. And what is actually the dopamine of social media is that you have immediate effect on what you are doing, what you are posting, a photo on Instagram, a message on Twitter. You know, in the beginning, when you are on Twitter, nobody cares about you because you are small, nobody is visible, so you give up most of the time. Most of the time you give up Twitter before coming back a few years later, but whatever, because you don't have that immediate recognition, okay? And I wanted to say hello to Katana as well. I will try to read you after that. But so social media, the new kids, the new generation Z, they grew with social media because they all have an account, they were born with it, and they are used to have immediate recognition. They post a picture, they have a like. They post a thing, they have some comments. They have immediate recognition, good or bad, but they have likes. These hearts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Look at YouTube today. How was that possible in the past that you could give your opinion in a watch along of Juventus? And the Juventus host, so someone responsible for Juve, the words of Juve was answering to you. It's, you know, it was impossible in our generation. So today, they receive these kind of immediate answers because it's normal. They need to say, they need to share. Is that the bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing because it's also a lot of benefits. You feel more involved, you feel more attached. On the other hand, sometimes you don't think and you just give. And then you have the other reverse of the medal is that negativity, drama, gossip, harsh things, they attract more. Look at the fail army. Everybody's falling on the ground. They are hurting themselves. They have pain. We laugh. Fail army. Look at how much it generates in terms of views and so on. Fail army. Look at the gossips that you are reading in magazines, the clickbaits, the big titles. Look at the channel. When it's Mercato, rumors. Mercato, boom. A lot of views. Vlahovic, he will come. Maybe yes, maybe no. Let's go on the channel. Let's see. Let's comment. So you see, when you start with these kind of things, then it grows up and people are giving their opinion and they want immediate result because of course if they post something, they are used immediate. So the patience is not there anymore. They expect also the same from a team. You bought Vlahovic, he was the best. With Fiorentina, we expect him to score 2 goals every game now. Otherwise, it's because of Allegri. He didn't even had the chance to talk to him yet properly. It's Allegri. Or Vlahovic is a flop. Kulusevski is a flop. This is a flop. Out. We don't like. We have no patience. You tried, not working. Kulusevski. I will read a comment. I saw a comment from Katana about Kulusevski. Kulusevski, I was watching Tottenham. They were happy. Then he played a game. He's slow. He's slow as fuck. He's bad. He's a whoa. They fooled us and so on and so on. And then here, he scored and he did 2 assists. One was disallowed. He's the best kid on earth. That's the thing. Thank you, Mohammed, for the donation. Katana, Pepe, read the comment of Kulusevski after the game. He said, "I suffered a lot in the last months. What are we doing to these kids? They are struggling, suffering. That's hard." And Kulusevski is a nice kid. He was suffering, yes, mentally, but we saw it. Is it a surprise for us? No, it's not a surprise. I told you so many times on the channel, he was looking on the ground because who was it? He didn't say who. Was it Allegri? Was it his teammates? Was it the fans? Because the fans were disgusting with Kulusevski. A lot, but not only with Kulusevski, with Bonucci, Kulusevski, with Bernardeschi. We don't learn, we don't care. It attached also to the message of Mohamed before. It's a generation of boom boom. But young kids, some it's a young kid. Kulusevski is 20 when he arrived. He's 21. He suffered reading the hate towards him, and he's not a good player, and he's not good, and he can't control the ball, and he's slow, and he's bad. He needs to be loved, but also with Allegri, probably he didn't find a relationship, and he was suffering for him. Because, don't forget, we are making these players crazy. Look at how he was playing at Parma. Immediately, top player, we love him. I was also guilty. I bought his shirt immediately, without waiting. I did the same again with Vlahovic. Again, with Vlahovic, I bought the shirt immediately. Boom, cash. I want Vlahovic now. Kulusevski, I bought immediately. Give me. The season is about to start. I need the shirt of Kulusevski. He will be the best guy. Now, I'm proud about the kit I bought, the jersey I have. It will stay there. I will not put the shirt in fire or in the toilet. I'm proud that he was our player. He failed. We did mistakes. He did mistakes. He didn't have the grinta, and it is what it is. But we are exaggerating. We don't take our responsibility on that. It's a pity. And we are doing it again and again and again. And now we want Soule start versus Villarreal. The most important game of the season. Villarreal. They are doing really great in Spain. We want Soule to start. Let's go. Newness. We need. Then if he will fail, we will not support him anymore. External factors like the economy, Italian economy, oh yeah, of course. Cynical skeptic, thank you Giuseppe, you definitely do a video. When you have time, I will get a lot of views, but I don't know. These kind of things, that's what I was saying, these kind of videos, they don't generate a lot of views. Look at how much time I put for Tudor video, for Schillaci video, together with my friend Rocco. These kind of videos, they don't attract too much. What is attracting a lot is clickbait. Vlahovic arrived to Juve. Pogba will sign. We saw him. You know what is attracting a lot of views? 10 different way of Cristiano Ronaldo saying. This is attracting a lot of views. 10-second video. Copyright, we don't care. We put it 10 seconds. This is million of video. Million of views. It's true. Buonanotte, Aldo. Be honest. Who do you think will win the Serie A this year? I said, be honest. Why should I lie? Why should I lie? Brrt. Why should I lie? I said Milan. Milan will win it, I think. News, guys. There is a news. Let's see the news of Mo. Never a joy. Dybala is injured again and will miss another fundamental Champions League game. The contract renewal hang more in the balance. Good night and fino alla fine. That was reported by Tuttosport. So Tuttosport is saying never a joy. Dybala is injured again and will miss another fundamental Champions League game. We spoke about it. Contract renewal hangs more in the balance. I can make the big titles now. I don't want any player that leaves Juve to look back and say they suffered here. Not even Ramsey. No, but I agree. I agree, Katana. I agree. I said Milan. It's not about no. It's what I think. And it can be true or not. By that I don't know. I said Milan. You know the cycle the last time. Inter won, Milan won, and then we won for 9 times in a row. Maybe we can do it again. Inter, Milan, and we win 9 in a row. If we do it always like that, I'm happy. Please tell us more about Ronaldo 10 ways of saying "su," and then you have and then the kind of video inshallah. My son is watching all these videos, so I watch, and then I always tell him, show me how many views. 2 millions, 300 millions, 200 millions, 21 million. I said, mamma mia. And then every morning I'm putting my time to do the edits, to work on the papers, to put them in the frames, to work on a structure. And then I see Cristiano Ronaldo. This kind of voice. I said, why am I speaking like in a live for 2 hours 14? If I just put the video like 10 hours of Cherubini. Easy. I put that frame, Cherubini for 10 hours. I'm sure I will do the maximum of views. In a row, random. Like, like Cherubini. And then again, Cherubini. Like 10 hours. 10 hours, Cherubini saying Cherubini. Disaster. Ciao, bye. So now I will really say good night to everyone. Good night to Hamid, to Katana, Stefan, Abai. Tomorrow, if we go live, maybe I will try to have some guests tomorrow. We can go live and we'll ask you, who do you think that will win the Scudetto? Ciao, Thomas. To encourage you, I have watched your lives and then replayed the entire 2 hours and never seen a Ronaldo Su video. Grande, Thomas. Buonanotte, Bogdan, Katana, Siamak, who's always there. Not always writing, but he's there. And then he says, hello, Alessandro Lumare, Lorenzo, Sader, Stavros, George, Ehrenmann, Schenauda, Fabio, Aubrit, Sylvain Lefebvre du Canada, merci pour la vidéo, elle était géniale mon ami, faut encourager ça la Juventinita. Alex S96, good night Forza Juve, Matteo, Mohamed Youssef, always there. It's about Juve family Beppe, those 16k or more attached to you than 12 million to you. It's true, it's correct. Ciao Lorenz, I'm a Chelsea fan but I love your passion for your team. Grande Lorenz, these are the kinds of messages I love. But I don't know Chelsea. Who's representing Chelsea on YouTube? I know from Manchester United, of course. I know the guys from Tottenham. From Chelsea, I don't know. I need to investigate on that. Ciao TS, buonanotte Cecilia, Mlaggio, Bianconeri, Viraslai. All the people. Hey, don't forget, it's like home. Before going out, put a maximum of like, and then you can stop with the video. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Buonanotte. Ciao. Juve. Ciao.
E la Juventus ha segnato